Hey guys, what's going on? Squidtron here, and today we have a Sky Factory video. I've uploaded 2 videos already today, so I'm probably going to save this one. Actually, I've only uploaded one, so I'm probably going to save this one and the one I uploaded before for the next coming week and just do a sort of mass record. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get my homework done. I have the rest of the weekend to do so, and it's still Friday, so I ought to be good. Let's play some more Grindfest. And the advantage of spending the last episode chopping wood is that now we probably have enough to start actually getting into the modded stuff, which I am really excited for. And we still gotta wait for the world to load. So let us try having patience to do this. And yeah, how are you guys doing? And it's raining. Sweet. Alright, well, we have enough for buckets. Our silk tree is getting ready. So apparently movement in general causes the trees to move. That or it's just rain. I'm not entirely sure which, but hey, either way, it's nice. So if I go into my achievement book, well, we have saplings in a silkworm. We've turked a sapling into a tree. I think we've made dirt, yeah. Infested leaves. Haven't made string yet. That's coming soon. We've collected rainwater. And, yeah. So that's what we did last episode. Let's wait for the rest of this to completely assimilate, slash whatever the heck you want to call it. Rejuvenate, something 8. Yeah, I'm starting to stretch it this time. Yeah. As you can see, I'm trying to use Optifine and it ain't really working. So, still have to work on that, but it's not a huge deal. Yeah, I think I actually might get started on this one. Like, make a couple of things 25 blocks away. So, my plan for said thing is that gives us 3 25s. And that would be 4. So, let us start branching off. So yeah, if you guys are excited to see what's in store for this mod pack, I am too. I've watched a couple of YouTube videos on it, but I'm by no means an expert on everything in this pack. So once I get past the basic Tinker's Construct stuff, I'm basically going to be no more of an expert than you are. Some of my friends watching this will probably know a bit about these mods and how to use them, so I'll probably get advice there. So, yeah. as for right now, let us do the rest of this. And actually, you know what? Just so things are not irrecoverable, never mind. We have saplings available, so, like, if I die and go off the edge, it wouldn't be that big a deal. Well, it would be a big deal, just, I'd still be able to do stuff. So, yeah. Why was I glitching out here? Not sure I like the block hitboxes being all finicky, but you can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. Just like a stack of string. So that ought to be very beneficial. And because we have string, we can make a mesh. And because we have a mesh, we can make a sieve. Ah. What? Oh. There. Sorry guys, I'm just a bit of an idiot. Alright. Let us take care of that. And we can now break stuff up. Which means we just got grass. Out of never having grass to begin with, we just got grass. And just like that, we have 2 cobblestone. So, we are now basically good when it comes to awesome things. So, I'm going to keep grinding up, and we ought to be able to get ourselves a crucible this episode, which ought to be very good for us. I'm also really glad I arranged my setup the way I did, because it's having stuff not go off the edge, really helpful. I wanna know, have you... Oh wait, no, wrong song. Still I wonder, who will stop the rain? Down, 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 down. Long as I remember, taking chances of listening. I'm sort of recording YouTube right now. My dog needs a walk at the moment, so I'm going to try and make this pretty brief. and we'll see how it can do. But hopefully it will not be long before I can unlock my Doge. So yeah, and that ought to give us a pretty fair yield of stuff. Is there still a log up there? I do not believe there is, so that ought to decompose naturally. Alright. Let's break that. Oh, holy saplings, fat man. I just realized this was off kilter with everything else. Can't believe I failed to realize that. So, yeah. Hey, look. Pretty sure. Yep. There's alternate Earth. I think that might be the overworld in this texture pack or something. And, yeah, let's just try and get this going. As soon as the rain stops pouring. Actually. Will I be able to get away with this, I wonder? Right? Yes. Okay, I'll keep 2 for the purposes of having an infinite water source once I get a bucket. But that ought to work real well. And it doesn't look that bad aesthetically either. So, yeah, let's do it. Ah, come on! I just... Well, Minecraft weather, man. The second you try and do something about it, it stops being a problem. Annoying as all fuge. Alright, so this ought to mean we can compost some more dirt. And ought to be able to just keep grinding trees up in the meantime. And I definitely ought to make more of those. And that ought to be all I need for now. Uh-oh. I just got rid of one of my items. That is the problem with quick crafting. Fortunately, I don't think that actual stick had much to do with anything. Pretty sure I can afford to eat bacon. And a donut. Also sort of handy that we have stuff like, you know, Pam's Harvest Craft in this mod pack because I like Pam's Harvest Craft. It's generally more useful in the naturally generated terrain, but I suppose it can be in custom generated as well, if you have the seeds for it. Alright, let's sift that up. Probably make a hammer. And start hammering. And with that, we ought to be able to get another achievement ticked off. I know there's not really a point in the achievements, since they're mostly supposed to, like, help you figure out where you're going, but... Ooh, 3 cobble. That would be very beneficial indeed. Break, break, break. Alright. So that would be dust, sand, and here goes gravel. I don't know why, but there's like a chance of stuff not dropping, and it's slightly annoying. Not majorly so, just slightly. But slightly is enough to be a bit of a thorn in my side, so... Alright. We've started getting ore. But now I need to get clay. So that means I will probably need to get... Yeah. Okay, that looked cool. Let's see if Java is in this. It does not look to be, sadly. Sad, Java is a pretty good mod when it comes to early on storage. So, let's try and utilize this to get an advantage when it comes to other stuff. Am I allowed to use a hammer on this to get... Yes. Yes. Wood chippings. Yes, I need these. It also means that since I have a crucible, I can do away with this needless water. And now, all I really ever need saplings for is planting stuff. So basically their original intent. So let's get rid of that. And dump. And there we go. This ought to speed along production greatly, because now we can go at twice the speed. And we won't be set back by things like rain, which will be nice. How long have I been recording? About 20 minutes. Honestly, I've been going for more like 40 to 50 minutes, so let's just keep it along there. Like, I don't really see a problem with it. Like, if you guys want me to do shorter episodes, leave them in the comments below, but I personally feel like when it comes to grinding games like Sky Factory, you want to go for longer, because then you can get more done in one swing. So, let us see. That ought to be all of them, which means yes. So, let's save this up, and it ought to give us a crazy amount of cobblestone. Well, not crazy, but like decent. And two of these ought to be able to give us enough to make a fired crucible. That will let us make lava. Like, we're already up to lava by episode 2, guys. Like, come at me, bro. Like, I know how to play Sky Factory. And somehow my game paused without me pressing any buttons. That was weird. Alright. Wow, we already have enough for an iron ingot. Dang. Okay. Well, let's just fill these up again. Harvest some more wood. And try and make stuff happen. Actually think that, wow, 64 exactly. Think I'm gonna make those into chests. It'd be 16 for how much I want. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8. Alright. And that means now my dirt is ready. I know this isn't the most exhilarating of content, guys, but I am going to try and get some actual, like, survival games type things up and running fairly soon, so let's try and be hyped for that at least. Alright. Alright, let's hammer up this sand. Ought to give us some good old dust. And now we have enough to just get more dust and be able to call it a day in terms of freaking good old bone meal. And another one. So we need 5 more bone meal because you need 7 to make what? Okay, yeah, this thing, yeah, this is what we want to make. So, basically, raw porcelain, unfired porcelain, porcelain clay, whatever the heck you want to call it. We need to get bone meal to make it. And once we do, oh boy, are we in the money. I will get some apples in my system before I starve to death. Even though I'm pretty sure this is on normal mode, that can't happen. I still don't want to be one hit, one kill. A bowl. And let's burn the rest of this on that, even though we will have to go up and break the rest by hand. Ought to still be okay. And separate a bit of chunk. Alright. That's something that I would have missed otherwise. Okay. You almost broke the freaking crucible. Well, we will replace it very, very soon. So, not a huge deal. Alright. It does look like we have enough chips and saplings to have another go. So, let's do that. And another 2 goes, actually. Probably ought to make more barrels, to be honest. Are these useful for anything else? I'm sorry, how did you get... Oh, you can put that in. Why would you waste a batch of MFC to, like... Why would you waste any of this stuff, honestly? Like, zombie flesh, I understand, but come on, this is good food going to waste if you're chucking it in here. Like, you can use that. Like, I'm not kidding here. That's a bit of waste. Well, doesn't matter, because stuff we're doing really doesn't have any use than sponge making, and I'm pretty sure we can get that by other means. Do we have Lucky Blocks in this mod? We do not. Arrow of... Huh? Not questioning it. Just not questioning it. I'll be able to make another round for dirt. And that ought to give us 8 things to smelt. And I mean sift, and you know what I mean. I think it's time we started dumping stuff. Wood goes there, tools go here. Ores go here. Organics go here. I think stone can count as an ore. Clay can and porcelain as well. And I do believe a tin napkin also would fall under that. And for now, let's put random useful stuff here. I think a stick would fly more under this, though. Alright, that is our inventory completely managed. I feel good about myself now. What I do with dirt? I done put away my cobblestone. I forgot I was using it. Is it okay to say I'm a bit of a dunderhead now? I think it is. Squid, you're a dunderhead. Alright, we ought to have 4 hammers now. I mean, plenty of opportunity to get up to mischief. Rep. And, ought to be ready to save. You gonna get anything? Thank you. Gosh. Wait, what? Where'd my bone meal go? Swore I had 2 already. What? Is this what I already had? Okay, I sort of want to go yes on that. Oh well. I don't need to put labels on these things. Alright. Let's try and get some good stuff. Also, where the hell did all my saplings go? Did a couple items get deleted or something? Okay, I must be missing something, because I'm pretty dang sure that should not be happening. Dirt, 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 dirt. Alright. Let us try and get this sorted out. In case any of you are wondering why I'm not using Facecam, I actually have a friend making a overlay for it. I think she just started today. Problem is, I don't really have much good things for the actual Facecam, unless you like want a background in my room, and since I share half of that with my kid sister, like, good chance you'll be getting a lot of pinking with the camouflage green, which sort of makes an interesting color statement, but I don't know, like, it's freaking weird. Yeah. And let us insert more saplings into the arrangement. And it is about 4:11. If you did not get the information, see what I did there? 411 is slang for information. Like, yeah, that was a bit of a stretch. Sorry guys, it's me. You're gonna have to deal with some bad jokes every once in a while. Can't all be winners. Well, I guess this means now we gotta break some logs with our good old-fashioned hammers. That ought to increase our yield greatly. Now, there's a reason this is called Grindfest. Like, the world is called Grindfest. At least for me. Because there is a lot of grinding. And a lot of it's not that interesting. Like, it's a bit like Cookie Clicker. Not very interesting to watch, but fairly interesting to do yourself. Like, a little sense of achievement and stuff. Like, it's a weird sensation, but not an unwelcome one. It's sort of hard to explain. If you guys have ever played Sky Factory before, or seen someone else play it, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. And, yeah. It looks to be pretty interesting for you guys to witness. You know, I might try live streaming once I have slightly more stuff. But for now, I think I'm about going to end off the episode there. So, yeah, gotta walk my dog. And much as I like you guys here on YouTube, I like my puppy more. So yeah, that's about it. I will try and get some work done off camera, maybe, so that by next time we will have the ability to craft a crucible. Basically, I'll be just sieving dust up until I have like 7. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, that's about it. See you next time.